Andy Toner, a Hespeler native, has been around hockey for a very long time, and he is bringing a Junior C hockey team, a PJHL team, to his home community. That announcement came last week. Obviously very exciting for you, Andy. First of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And how have the last couple of days been for you?
It's been a whirlwind. Even before it was announced on Friday, it's been kind of hectic trying to get everything done with the OHA and the city to get everything moved here and get the team back in town.
What are some of the things and the responses that you've gotten from the people around you? I know it's sort of been a work in progress, and now it's finally done, right? We can say out loud that there will be a PJHL team playing in Hespeler this coming season. Just what's it been like the last couple of days as you just try to sort everything out, right?
Lots of positive feedback. A lot of people that I haven't heard from in a long time, they were excited to see it back and have a team back in Hespeler. I think they left in like 78, so you know, there's still a lot of big hockey community people that are out there in Hespeler. There's like 11 or 12 kids I know that play Junior C and Junior B around town. And the big thing about this too is it's not only just going to be Hespeler kids, it's going to be Cambridge kids. We're going to be probably one of the most local teams you'll see. Is
that something you have in mind as the general manager? And I know that the Red Hawks and Bill Wallace, who's the general manager of that team, he's keyed on that a little bit as well, signing John McDonald, who played in Ayr, and Mark Cooper, who's a Cambridge native. Ben McFarland's another kid who's from Cambridge. Is that something you guys are focusing on as well as you look to start, you know, adding, building, tweaking your roster for the Shamrocks?
It was a big thing for myself and John Bartlett, our assistant general manager and head coach. We want to have a lot of local talent. We've been around the hockey in this area for a long time. And there's a lot of good kids that come out of Cambridge, Kitchener-Waterloo area. Specifically, we want to concentrate on the Cambridge area, but that's what we're looking for.
What can we expect to see? How are you trying to build this team? You know, you unfortunately had a difficult season last year, let's put it that way, but you know what, there's only one place to go, and that's up. And I know there's a lot of positive energy, I'm sure, that you're feeling from the players. It's an exciting sort of new, fresh start.
Yeah, a fresh start in a nice facility, Hespeler Arena, you know, Olympic size ice. I know that's one thing that our coaching staff and John has talked about, is using the ice surface to a different advantage, because not most teams play on a big ice surface like that. And having the local talent there and all the support and volunteers that want to come out, it's going to make it more of an exciting vibe. So I think that's going to give the kids a buzz that want to come and play.
How different is it playing on big ice like that? I know that the Waterloo Siskins, right? Playing at the Waterloo Rec Complex. You know, the Dutchmen, they played at Kinsman. They've renovated Kinsman Arena since and made it a little bit smaller. What kind of advantages can you get, do you believe, by playing on that ice surface, and how does it sort of lend yourself to the team and the roster that you're trying to build?
Yeah, it'll be a different roster. It'll be different forechecks. There'll be different personnel and different responsibilities. You know, time and space on a big arena. And it's, again, mine and John Bartlett's history in Cambridge and in Hespeler specifically. We've coached at that ice surface for a long time, so that's going to help us big time.
How was it in Simcoe? That's where you played, obviously. The team played for the last number of years. You know, with change, obviously, comes disappointment, right? And we can speak to the Guelph Hurricanes. You know, they had a fan base as well. What would you say to the people of Simcoe? Obviously, things change and things happen, whether that be hockey or life or whatever it is, but I'm sure that community did wonderful things for this group of boys as well.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of support down there. We're actually putting together a little package to send out to our volunteers and to our fans from down there, thanking them for their service. And I know it's been a little bit of trying for the last few years. You know, there's a lot of things that came into it, and hockey's evolving, and the relocation of the D teams and C teams and just things like that all had a little bit of impact on it year after year after year, right? So, you know, I tried to have a fresh start. We tried to get local talent down there as much as we could, bring in the local guys, but it's not as big as draw area, right? So it's harder to find them. So you got to bring in imports and you got to bring in out-of-towners.
What does it mean to you when you take a step back? And let me get at you a little bit personally here. We're speaking with Andy Toner, the general manager of the Hespeler Shamrocks Junior C hockey team. They're joining the PJHL Bloomfield division for this upcoming season. What does it mean to you on a personal level? I've known you for a number of years, and I know you got, you know, Cambridge in your veins. For you to bring a Junior C hockey team, or for your group to bring a Junior C hockey team to Hespeler Arena, to Hespeler, that's got to be, I don't know if the word's satisfying, but gratifying, maybe.
Yeah, Friday it was pretty pretty satisfying. The group of us got together.
If you can't see Andy right now, he's got a huge smile on his face.
10 o'clock at night, there was a couple cheers and stuff.
Is that what had happened? When did it all go down?
Well, we got an email in the morning, and we kind of put it out to our group, and then we all put it out on media, and we tried to put it out there. But we didn't get a chance our group didn't get a chance to actually get together till like all the business was done, and everybody had personal stuff to get together at 10 o'clock and kind of refocus our game plan that we finally got to our goal, and now we got to do the next steps. And we actually kind of, when we did cheers, we realized we still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
What are the next steps? Simple question. What are they?
Well, right now our staff's focused on camp, which starts on Saturday. So it runs basically for 2 weeks, starting on Saturday. We'll see what the turnout is. We have a pretty core group of guys that we know are coming, and then obviously our camp's going to change a little bit because of the news and where we are.
Right. Just the community involvement element. I'm sure you want to be out there and you want to be introducing your players. I've seen a lot of stuff on social media from the Red Hawks. They're out at different events, just engaging with the community, and that community wants to be engaged. Right. They're just such a passionate hockey community.
We want to do that. I know we're, with our process being so late in the game with the relocation bid and everything, we're behind it. But we've got a few things planned already for doing during the season and get going at the beginning of the season. And there is a huge passion, and there's a huge passion in the city council and city hall to go from not having any teams to now having 2 male teams and the Rivalettes. It is a hockey hotbed. If you look at it, there's Friday, Saturday nights, and good junior hockey.
What does the schedule look like in terms of when you guys are going to play? What are some of the things that you're going to do this year at the rink, right? Every team has different promotions. Maybe that's the next steps that we're talking about, but what are some of the things you can say to the fans? Hey, this is what's going to happen when you come to a Hespeler Shamrocks game.
Yeah, we're going to do certain things like 50-50 in the checker puck and all that other stuff. And we've already reached out to minor hockey. We're going to have some minor hockey nights. One thing is I do want to, and I sent out an email to the Ribs, is I'd like to maybe do some sort of combos and work together. But that's all stuff that you can really start discussing. It's just put feelers out.
Yeah,
that's stuff we can work on as a community base together.
Right. And remember, it only happened Friday.
Yeah.
And here we are on Monday night, and I'm asking you what you're going to do for the whole season.
Yeah.
From a hockey perspective, Andy, give us a sense of what the team's going to look like on the ice. I know you talked a little bit about the big ice surface and some of the advantages of that, but what's the skill level that you want to bring in? What's the roster look like? I know you've got a number of returning players, and I think one of the keys here is introducing the local hockey fans in Cambridge to some of these players. You have an opportunity now. Just tell us about some of the players on your roster and some of the kids that you think are going to be impact players, that names are going to be recognized right away.
Well, one name I know that will become pretty famous quickly is our goalie, Gavin McLeod. He played for us for 2 years in Simcoe, and he was easily the MVP of the team.
Right.
I believe he got our first win in Simcoe in like 4 or 5 years. And the guys in the league, the other GMs in the league, when we had chats about goalie of the year and whatever, obviously his stats weren't that good because of the team he played on, but they said he was unbelievable. And through the course of the last season, Gavin was AP to the Brantford Blast. So he was playing junior C, playing senior A as an AP. He'll be one guy that everybody will know for sure.
How about forwards? How about out front?
Well, we got one of my favorite players. He's a firecracker, and he's a leader on our team, is Riley Smith. Does it all, forechecks, penalty kill, power play if need be. He's a spark. Great character kid. Team guys love him.
Hespeler kid?
Hespeler kid. Played Jacob Hespeler.
Okay, he played football.
Yeah, you know.
I was thinking, I was like, I know the name Riley Smith.
Yeah, he's a local boy too. So
yeah, no, he's a great local boy. No, I didn't realize, and that's what I'm talking about too, Andy. What a nice connection that is. Here's a kid who, has played on these championship teams with Greg White at Jacob Hespeler and all the different football teams, and that's awesome too, right? Just that you've got these community kids that are there now playing junior hockey. Okay, so we've covered forwards and goaltending. How about defense?
Defense is a bit of a hole.
Okay.
We lost.
So I shouldn't ask you about that?
Yeah. Well, no, some of our overage guys or guys that aren't returning were on defense last year.
Okay.
So
and that's the nature of junior hockey too.
Yeah, there's those ups and downs, those rollover, and that has to be one of our. With all the returning players, that's probably the lightest spot.
All right. How do you sort of size up your division? you know, you look at, and maybe it's not about looking at the other teams, maybe it's about building from within and trying to start something fresh like I talked about. But give us a sense of the division and some of the teams that are going to come into Hespeler and we're going to see play.
I thought our division last year was pretty strong. Like we had Glanbrook and Grimsby were at the top, and they've been at the top for a long time. But teams like Hagersville and Port Dover and Dundas right in the middle of the pack, every game was a battle. Like it was a little bit more parity, put it that way, in our division last year. And I think there's going to be that too in the other division. I think they got so much closer too in the skill level. It's good hockey. It's amazing hockey. You come out and you pay your $7 and you're entertained.
Basically what the league is about is developing these players for wherever it is they want to go. Whether they want to try to get to junior B, junior A, pro, university hockey. This league is about development, and I can't say enough things about the kids that I've seen come out of this league and get to the next level. And as a general manager, that's a big part of your responsibility, and I'm sure you take it very, very seriously.
Oh yeah, you have a core group of the 20 and 21-year-olds, you say, and they know when they come back, they are there for not only developing these guys and showing them the way, but the younger guys, the 16, 17-year-olds, look up to them, and that's really what helps push them on to the next level, whether it be B or A or whatever.
I'm going to go way back, playback on you, because I can't have you sit here and not talk about the Paris Mounties. Yeah. Because I got to meet Andy for the first time during the 2013-2014 season. His head coach at the time was Tyler Brown, and the Mounties had won, I want to say 23? Yeah. It was 23 or 24 games, and I drove down to the Brand Sports Complex when I was still working for the TV station and got to meet Andy and Tyler. We did some great interviews that year. What do you remember about that year? You ended up winning, the local championship. Those must be great memories for you. And I know that you're still close with a lot of the players and the coaching staff on the Mounties.
One of the coaches from that team was John Bartlett, who's now the head coach. Yeah. I talked to Tyler probably weekly. I still got a good connection with Todd Wood. Yeah. Great owner, does a class job over there. Some of the players still see him out there. Sometimes at beer league tournaments or even slow pitch and stuff. They're all good guys, and some of that, like Ian Fowler, great guy.
Ian Fowler. There's a name I haven't thought about in a few years.
he had a big run that year.
He was amazing. Yeah, he was amazing.
So.
No, that was, I remember that. That was a fun team to cover. And we stood in the hallways of the Brand Sports Complex, and I said, "Hey Andy, how have you won 23 games?" He said, "Darren, I don't know if I want to talk about this. I might jinx it."
Yeah, I remember having a feeling in preseason with some of the guys we had, and I'm looking at Bartlett going, "I think we got a pretty good squad."
Right. Right. Give us some details on the Hespeler Shamrocks, where people can find out more information, where they can get tickets. Again, I know you got a lot on your plate, but let's get the Shamrocks out there.
Well, there's a Facebook page, there's a Twitter page, which is Hespeler Shamrocks, but it still has a handle of Simcoe. We're working on that. Yep. There's the website, which all got updated in the last 24 hours. It has all the information on there for game nights and game times and preseason.
Yeah, the schedule's set, right?
The schedule's set.
So if people want to go buy tickets.
Yep, you get tickets. There'll be tickets at the door. There'll be season tickets you can pre-order. Yeah. All that stuff's available, and all our staff's willing to help. Well, again, we're still working on our game staff. That's got to get all loaded onto the website so everybody knows who to contact.
For more highlights, visit our website, 519sportsonline.ca. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.